Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Not even evening. It is the afternoon. Happy May, happy May, happy May. We are in Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm just excited to be here. Streaming again with you all with Grow with Google. So a little bit about what Grow with Google is. Grow with Google is a program that Destination Tomorrow has. We're a partner agency to provide free workshops to justice impacted individuals and communities. So what I've been doing is coming on and streaming these live videos with you folks and kind of just talking about different subject matters. A lot of the things I do that I'm streaming live are definitely talking about business and entrepreneurs because I'm streaming live on the Black Girl Everything page as well as Black Girl from YouTube. You also can find these videos will also be posted on the Destination Tomorrow YouTube. And Destination Tomorrow as an organization is the the Bronx LGBTQ community. We do a lot of different things from educational enrichment in regards to financial literacy, entrepreneurship, the NADP, which is the National External Diploma Program, as well as multiple programs, HIV testing, STI testing, and different trainings for individuals, as well as programs, things like Strive, which is focused on trans folks, as well as a large focus, because we are a health-based organization, especially we talk about the impact of HIV in the community, LGBT community as well. So Destination Tomorrow does great, amazing work. We're located on 149th Street if you're interested, or if you're looking to refer individuals towards us. But today's workshop that I'm going to be hosting with you is a free workshop. It is on making your website work for you and the benefits of actually utilizing a website. Google has a great option. We can actually have if you're starting a business to have a free website on here through Google. So we did another training that actually talks about building those out. I'll be doing an additional replay of that workshop so people can watch it at a later date. But so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so it says here that more than 70% of survey participants reported that their shopping involved online touchpoints. So when we're talking about people, when you're looking for different shoppers and how to reach different people, they're always purchasing items that they find online. As we notice, most brick and mortar stores today are not even staying open. If we're really paying attention, Bed Bath & Beyond is out of here. Even Burger King is about to start closing some stores due to competition. But everything really is about this whole online thing because we have these phones so we get access to the world because we have easier access with our cell phones. So people are looking through things. Okay, well, that looks really cool. Those sneakers look dope. I'm gonna look this up. Who's doing that? Emails come out, drop of information comes out, buy now comes out, right? So when you're looking through as your business, the big part about it is definitely your website because that's where people look. That's how people interface with you. That's how people are connected to you. Your website is a home base. Back in the day, your website was kind of there and it mattered, but not as much as it does today because this is what people are relying on learning more about you and learning about your products. So when we see here, so what is web design? So basically web design is about showing about the graphics, the functionality, the layout, the content, the font, the colors, all those different things matter when we talk about when you're actually developing your website. So when you're doing your website should match your brand. I did a whole workshop on being your brand and what that looks like, but everything's about your brand. So we're looking over here at Trade Street Jam, and you're gonna notice that from their website to their products, everything looks the same. Even if they do a billboard, it's gonna look the same. So your logo matters, right? How are you getting your logo created? You just don't switch your logo every 5 minutes. You can't have your base colors of your flyers be like mine are red, black, and white, which are the base colors of Black Girl Everything with a hint of gold, right? So now all of a sudden, I'm not going to sit here and make my website purple. That doesn't make any sense because it does not relate to the actual branding of the organization. So it's just important when you start talking about the web design pieces of it to make sure it's standing out with the brand and that the important content is there. You also don't want to spew a lot of information that doesn't matter because people actually don't even like to really read. They want to get the content in the context of what you're looking at quickly and show me how to buy. They're not necessarily looking on, oh, this is so cool. They're not really exploring forever, because people are distracted. They're on one thing and on the next thing really quickly. So you want to make sure that you're very clear and concise on what you're actually talking to the customer about through your website. Okay, so today we're going to talk about our agenda, which is a great website, is goal oriented. We're going to talk about how to use Google Analytics and how to use Google Optimize. Search friendly, we're going to talk about that. Things that are convenient, the way to be organized and looking at Google Trends, trustworthy, the SSL certificate, and we're also going to talk about Google Pay. So again, everything we're talking about is all these access to all these things as business owners, as Google. Dive into Google because they give you all access to all this stuff for free as a business owner. So a lot of people say, I want to start a business, but everything's so expensive. A website costs this, a website costs that. Again, you can have a website for free through Google. I can show you how to build that. There's additional trainings I can sign you up for. You can register for it. You can just email me at drpope@destinationtomorrow.org. You can inbox me on Facebook if you're streaming this live through Facebook. You can actually do, when you watch this again on my YouTube channel, put a comment on the YouTube video, and also don't forget to subscribe to Black Girl Everything. Okay, so a great website overall is goal oriented. So let's talk about that and see what that means. Okay, why do you want a website? Your website is to build your brand. That's one of the main reasons why you have a website, right? To build your brand, to generate leads so people can think about purchasing from you, think about engaging from you, think about booking your service. Clearly make sales. Duh, there's a whole thing. You start a business, people don't start businesses just to be out, just to do nothing. You start a business because you want to generate revenue or you want to fight for a cause. So you want to make leads and make sales, re-engage customers, right? Attract employees or even provide support, because your website might just be a space where, where you might blog on there, and it's a place for people to go and read about cool stuff, right? My website has a direct link to my YouTube channel, so people can go and find free videos like this so you can get additional training for themselves. So there's different ways that you can utilize your website. Okay, who's your audience? Who is it? Try to understand your customers, how they act, how they think, how they live. All those things are important, right? Because you got to understand who you're actually working for and who you're talking to and who you're creating this business for. So it's helpful to define your audience narrowly. So you need to be very specific about who you're talking to and why, right? Try to see the world like them, understand their emotions, motivations, their desires. So you want to make sure that when you're actually talking to people in your particular audience, that you are focused on who that person is. Like, let's sit here and say, well, Destination Tomorrow is a Bronx LGBTQI center, right? We are not necessarily talking to farmers in Arkansas. That's not our customers, right? That's not who we're talking to. So our branding doesn't talk about that. Our website is not talking about that. We're not, our social media doesn't talk like that about that, because it has nothing to do with our overall brand. Even though we will care about, farmers in Arkansas, but they have nothing to do with who we are. So that information is not there. So we specifically know we're not going to be sitting there giving out tips on farming. That makes sense, right? So even with just, if you have a candle business, or you have, like, say you do have a candle business, for instance, if you have a candle business and you're sitting there and you're making the candles and everything else, that's what you do, that's what you do, that's what you do. That should be what's on your website. That's what should be on your business social media, right? You're not going to be sitting there talking about, I'm making candles, but you're giving people advice on how to fix a car tire. No. But what you could do is take a 10-second video of you fixing your car tire, and then you coming back and relaxing to a candle, right? To take away the stress of what you experience. So you can have natural experiences in there, but you want to make sure it's clear and it drives you right back to the brand, okay? Because you want to know exactly who your customer is and why they're actually looking to purchase your products. Okay, set SMART goals for your website. Like, we've been talking about SMART goals through a lot of these different sessions. So a SMART goal is something that is specific, it is measurable, something that's also attainable, relevant, and time-bound. A lot of us, we overthink goals, and we make goals so complicated and so much bigger than what they need to be. And goals, it should be really something that's very simplified. It's something that is very clear. Like, your goal may be, okay, I want to increase my sales. I want to increase by 5 sales a week. Right? It's measurable because you're going to get the 5 sales. It's attainable because it's not that hard to get 5 sales if you're really working at it. And it's relevant because it actually works for your business. And you said you want to get it done in a week. That's a SMART goal. A SMART goal may not be if you're averaging 1 or 2 sales and say, oh, I'm going to get 100 sales next week. What? That doesn't even make any sense. That's not something that's maybe attainable, right? So increase unique website visits by 20% over the next 2 months. That's a goal, right? Promote seasonal products online and generate 10% more in-store purchases over the next quarter. Makes sense. Add 1,000 new email subscribers in 6 months. That's clear. Those are SMART goals, right? Those things make sense. So they're not goals that are so far out that you can't even get it. They're goals that you are clearly attainable, right? So just make sure when you're establishing goals for yourself, you want to actually be able to accomplish them, or otherwise you're going to have all these goals and you're not going to ever get anywhere. Okay. How will you measure success? Track your online sales, collect form submissions, monitor phone calls, maybe measure your engagement. I do a lot of measuring, and engagement is a big thing for me because I want to make sure people are engaging with my brand. I don't necessarily rely a lot on my sales as actually my reach for me, especially because I'm more of a service provided business. But there's different things that you work for different people. So you want to think about your existing or future website. What do you want this site to accomplish? Be specific, be realistic. How can you track and measure your success? Yes, because you should be actually monitoring the success of your website. It's not something you just put there. Like, oh, now I have a website. And like, what is the purpose of it? What are you getting from it? Are you trying to reach people? Do you want people coming to your website? Like, I go on there and I look at how many people actually visit my store, right, and my website. And I like to have at least about 25 views a day in my store. Because I realized when I have 25 views a day, I might generate 4 sales a week, right, in the store. And that's fine for me, right? But it's all about the access, because those people know how to get there, they're getting to the space, and now I'm actually building out sales. So it just really depends on how you want to work it for your website. So you got to make sure it's also functional for people. Okay. So Google Analytics is dope. What it does is Google Analytics is a free software that you can use to understand visitor behavior of your website and your mobile app. Okay, so you can learn which search terms and search sources drive traffic. So you also can see demographic information from the profitable customers. You also going to understand what content your audience is interested in and evaluate which channels drive the most conversions. So this is Google Analytics. You can set it up and link it over to your actual website. And they will provide you information for free about the people who are looking at your website, people who are clicking on your name, all the information about you, because if you have your business registered on Google and everything else on Google, people can clearly find you. And all that information is generated into reports, and then it can spit out all that information. You can read through and say, oh, okay. And when I talk about this, people really like when I talk about this, so I need to talk about this more often. Or people really like when I do this, so I need to talk about this more often. And that's how you start generating the information about how you're going to have success from your business and your website, because then you can start gearing it towards that. It's the same thing when you do stuff in your business with Instagram, right? You watch the engagement. Oh, why did that reel particularly do so well? Oh, it's because maybe you was teaching somebody something, or something that's trendy, right? So you got to make sure when you're creating your reels and doing all that information, doing those types of things on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff that you're doing, everybody's doing something trendy so people can follow it and they can read it. And then once you're smart in it, you put a little 10-second commercial at the end of the videos so that people are focused on watching you. Or you actually you talk for about 2.5 minutes and then force people to watch you anyway. So there's a lot of different ways that you can find the content, and you can use this Google Analytics to actually provide and create the right type of content that will be useful for your website as well as your social media pages. So Google Analytics is something else you can apply for. Again, it is free. You can go to g.co/analytics, or just go into the Google search bar and put Google Analytics, and it'll show you right how to sign it up, because Google's dope. I love it. There's so many great options that are available through it. You guys definitely should check it out. Okay, so again, it's telling you how to set up Google Analytics. You come right here to this site. You'll start for free. You'll set up a website property, follow instructions, add a tracking code to your website, and boom, you're done, right? Very simple, very self-explanatory, okay? A note about versions. A version of Google Analytics 4 launched in 2020, right? Because everything, they're always improving. They're improving. So marketers were encouraged to use both the legacy version and a new one. As of October 21st, the GA24 is recommended for primary solution. So they just tell you that they did make some adjustments to Google Analytics, but currently now we're in 2023. They might be coming out with a new version soon. I don't know. These slides are probably from 2021, but here we go. So it's recommended for primary use is right now. So probably when you more likely go to register now, you're not going to have an issue. You're going to get access to what was there before, because we're well past that at this point in time of year. Okay. So how to migrate from Universal to this. So this ultimately, if you've had Google Analytics before, this is useful for you. But most people who are going to be viewing this have never actually been exposed to Google Analytics. But as you can see, this is very fancy. All the different options, you can move things over. But you can find migration support if you do need it at support.google.com. And you can put in Google Analytics migration. They'll come up. You can support in that area. Okay. So example of reports from Universal Analytics. So when you're looking at analytics, the reports will look fancy just like this. So the real time is what's happening right now. Conversions is the website successful, your acquisitions, where do they come from? And we're talking about they're talking about the people. Where are the people coming from that they're getting access to your website? The behavior, what is actually happening on your website? What are people doing on your website? How are they connecting with you through your website, right? So right here, you can clearly see, you can see the type activities, the collection jams. What are we talking about here? We could talk about top social tracks on here. We could talk about how many people are viewing, how long they're staying on your website. That's interesting too, right? How long are people actually staying and going through my website? Is it interesting enough that I'm keeping people engaged with clicking the different things and finding out what's on my website? Or do I just have a plain landing page that just has a picture of my bracelets that I made and my phone number? Right? That's not engaging. People are not going to stay there. They're not going to involve themselves in you because remember, people buy the brand. People don't buy the product. So you got to make sure your website is engaging enough to keep people there. And your Google Analytics will give you the numbers to show if you're able to retain customers' attention while physically on the site. Okay. So examples of reports that Google Analytics could do real time, what's happening down again, the life cycle, and then the user demographics and tech. User demographics is huge because we want to talk, and it also talks about the average engagement and the amount of revenue you have in a year. So it says $185,000 here. And 83,000 users. I want to be there. Not a smart goal to say I'm gonna have it by next week, but I'm gonna be there. These are gonna be my numbers one day, right? Now, with them be your numbers too. So that's why you want to start using Google Analytics when you're actually selling your products, right? It also showed you here users in the last 30 minutes, like how many people in the last 30 minutes actually visit your thing, the top countries that you're hitting, right? And then when you're seeing that type of information, all the top countries that I'm hitting, then what if you look on there and you find that you're finding a lot of Spanish countries popping up on there, right? Then you might want to start putting some content in there that kind of leads towards them, or adding a Spanish option onto a transcript onto what you're doing so people can actually engage more, right? So that's how you reach more customers, by making sure that you're providing them with access to different types of information. Okay. So bonus tool, Google Optimize, right? Optimize is integrated and Google Analytics run tests on websites, content, and learn what's best, right? So your website is a store window, right? So you can find different things when you use Google Optimize. Okay. It's part of Google Analytics. So it's also part of the Google marketing platform. So if you put in marketing platforms.google.com, you'll be able to get access to here to the optimized portion of it. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit more. All right, so the key thing about optimize is it's also going to show you different ways and help you provide you develop what your SMART goals are going to be about actually creating your website. Okay, so a great website is search friendly. Now this is a big part here. I want you all to pause and breathe. Exhale. Because if your website is not user-friendly, people are not staying. And that is what it is. So you got to figure out what is user-friendly and making sure that even when you align your website, you want to make sure you're checking the computer version and the mobile version. So everything lines up correctly. Because if people can't press the buttons to get what they need, they're not going to press them at all. Okay. All right. So 100% of people, right? Year over year growth with Google searches is now near me. Right? How many times do you look for food? Like if I'm looking for like Thai food, I would say Thai food near me now, right? I would sit here and say ice cream near me now. I would sit here and say pop-ups near me now, right? All those different things need to be posted up on those reminds me. I got all my effects on my Google page. So yeah, so you have this near me now information so people can look up things and find it near them, right? So it's so cool. This is how people find you the easiest way, especially if you're a product or your service-based organization and you're doing like hosting events. Like I have an event next week, May 20th. So for me, I'll be sitting here making sure that I got to put that up so people can have access to it. And honestly, I put all the rest of my stuff on my Google page because you can put events up there. Kind of cool. All right. How does search results look? So you to say here, put in search query, the text ad comes up, the organic results come up about something. Google business profiles. So say if somebody Google something about Black women businesses near me now, right, and they're in Mount Vernon, New York, there's a big chance that Black or everything will pop up, right? Because the Black woman-owned business is identified as that on Google, is identified as LGBTQI business, all those different things I've put as a part of the labels on there. So people are looking for stuff within my community, I pop up on their search, right? So this is how, and then organic results, then stuff about me will come up, or other businesses that are close related to mine will also come up on there, okay? So that's how they look. We do it all the time. It's like it's here, best tacos near me now, you get all places with the best tacos. Clear, right? Makes complete sense. Characteristics of a search-friendly website, right? Fast load time, prioritize understanding and improving speed, right? You want to make sure your website is functional, that it doesn't go like and stuff is not happening. Useful content. We've been talking about that. Publish original, info-rich content for your website visitors, because you want them to be engaged, you want them to stay, you want them to find out different information. So you want to have all this stuff available to them, boom, right there on your website. Make it accessible, make it easy, make it not hard for people to find stuff. Text links, connect content on your web pages, right? On your main page, you want to have links to the other pages besides them having to top the menu bar. You don't want to always have them put the menu bar, because people want to find something easy. Like on the main page of my website, that's going to be going up there today. It's going to be my event that's coming up next week. So boom, the flyer is going to be there. And underneath that is going to be the purchase of tickets. So people don't have to look through the website trying to find information. So that's how you get people to get access. That's how people want to find, make things easier. So say you have a product you want to put on sale, or you have say you have like a mug business or something. You have a mug business and you have a lot of material left, right? And you're like, yo, these mugs is not moving. What you do is you do a cool photo shoot with the mugs, and you get some people using the mugs, and then you put a little mini video on the front page, on sale now, 10% off, click here, boom. People are going to click it because it's easy, it's accessible, it's not hard for people to get access to it. So you want to make it so you can get that out of there. You have like 30 you want to sell. So put a goal. My SMART goal is to have these 30 mugs sold in the next 45 days. So you're going to promote them. You're going to take that little short video, you're going to put on your TikTok, you're going to put on your Instagram, you're going to put on your Facebook page, you're going to text it to your friends, you're going to do that, and you're going to put it on your website, right? And here's the link to the website. So when they go to your main page, like, oh, that's cool, that's dope. Let me click that product. And then also when they click there, like, oh, let me see what else they have. You see my point? So you want to make sure that things are easy for your people and that they can find access to it. Okay. All right. Characteristics of search, more characteristics. Page and titles and descriptions. Include keywords your audience might search for. So this is the key thing that you put on your website. What they're saying is in the back, in the data space of your website, all that information that you type in, you put up there can come up in a search. So like for me, like I have a silent page on my website for blogging, right? Because I haven't blogged on there in a while. So I used to blog all the time, right? So I have video blog now, more so on YouTube. Is that follow Black or everything on YouTube, right? But we're on there, I can sit here and say my blog page, right? So I was sitting here and say Black Women Entrepreneur Blog, right? And then when people look for that they're going to get a link directly to my website, right? It's common sense. So you got to make sure you're very clear and specific about what people are actually searching for, what people are actually looking for, right? It's like hashtagging, because if you go to trendy hashtags, there's more opportunity for people to actually access your information. So you want to make sure the things that you're putting on your website are triggering or choices that people already make, okay? Information architecture, build an organized site that Google can see and understand. So you need to make sure your site is functional, not all over the place, okay? All browsers and devices, design a website that works for all devices. I said that. We're talking about computers and cameras and phones, right? Make sure it works in all spaces. All right. So what is Google Search Console? Improve your performance in your Google search. It helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site presence and Google search results. Get data, tools, diagnostics for a healthy Google-friendly website. Yo, Google gives you everything. I didn't even know this existed. I'm always learning with you guys. I'm learning with you right now. So now I got to look at this Google Search Console situation here. So Search Console tools to reports help you measure your site's search traffic, performance, fix issues, and make your site shine in Google search results. That is dope. I'm going to do that this evening because I want to know, I want my websites to shine. So yes, you can get this information right here. It is at g.co/search console. And then all this stuff is free. Like, we don't know that we have access to all these tools to increase our sales, to grow our businesses, to make things better that are free through Google. Boom, right here. I'm giving you this free workshop to talk about how we can help you make more money. Like, this is so cool. I'm so excited. But let's move on. Google Search Console, we're going to dig into it a little bit here. Confirm that Google finds a way to crawl your site, requesting indexes of new or updated site content, view Google search traffic data on your site, receive email alerts when Google encounters site issues. That is dope. So they're going to start monitoring your site for you and let you know when something is wrong. What else can you ask me? So sign up for Search Console. So here, welcome to Search Console. It looks here. Oh, you put your domain name in there, right? And you press continue, right? Add a website property to Google's, which is page crawl, updating your site map. Let's go on to the next page here. All right, so that was it on that. So go to Google Console, put your website in there, search through your website to see what's actually wrong with it now. I'll be doing it later myself, and I'm probably going to do a live video about this later on to talk about my results on my website from going through Google Console. And I'm going to do a follow-up video, and let's talk about it even further. So here, a great website is convenient. Convenience is everything. People don't want things that are hard to do. People want things laid in their hands, laid in their pocket, like they don't want to have to work for it. So let's talk about this here. So since COVID, more than 25% of online shoppers are shopping on mobile devices, reaching as high as 44% of groceries despite nearly constant access to home computers. Everybody has Mac computers in their homes. Literally, I have about a computer, about 6 laptops in my house. That is literally what's in my house. There's a laptop or tablet, two laptops and tablets, all like on each floor, right? In my house. In my office right now, I have my own tablets in my bag, my 2 cell phones, and my computer in my office. So yeah, but I use my phone for so much more because it's right there. It's handy, it's right in front of me. I pull up information, apps that I use, right? I can control my whole school from my cell phone. So why is it that people not realizing that people want to shop and everything directly through their phone? They do everything now through their phone. So we need to make sure that it's easier for your people to find access to stuff. Okay, how websites can offer ease and convenience. The ease, responsive design, right? Make payment process simple, personalized recommendations. You don't want people to have to do too many steps to buy something. Because you ever go and you want to try to order something on somebody's website and you got to jump through too many hoops and you say, forget it. It's taking too long, right? Convenience has to do with curbside pickup, fast and flexible delivery and shipping, right? Virtual consultations, right? This being accessible. One of the key things on my homepage of my website is my calendar is right there. And I say, get free time with Dr. Glow. People can click and just schedule a 15-minute conversation with me. And I only charge for that. And then at 15 minutes, I tend to coach people through like major things, right? So yeah, so you can click on and be nice, fast, and easy, accessible to individuals, virtual consultations, and other information. Responsive design, let's talk about that. Take mobile first approach, right? Create fluid grids and images, use vector graphics, aim for minimalism, right? Apply accessibility standards to font size and styles. So you want to make sure it looks right on a phone. Your computer is easier. We have a habit of designing our websites via our computers because it's easier, bigger, you can see it. But people make the mistake all the time in not checking how it transforms to your cell phone. You have to check it. In most website design apps or programs that you use, you can change the view when you're working on your website on there physically to what it looks like on a cell phone. You have to do that and then because sometimes what you think might fit, you think is going to flow as a cell phone, it just doesn't. So you have to change it to that and readjust your icons, readjust your content, your materials. You have to do that sometimes. So be very clear to make sure you do that, okay? Make the process simple, reduce checkout steps. Nobody wants to do a lot of steps. People don't want to. Show visitors their progress, right? Offer guest checkout, enable digital wallets. Like allow people to do anything and everything via your website when they're paying for something. Give multiple payment options. When people have multiple payment options, they're so much quicker to pay. Okay. Recommend similar products or services. Recommend based on purchase history within your site. Recommend base or view history within your site. Recommend products or services that complement items in your shopping cart. So yeah, so oh yeah, you like this jam. Here, you might like this one too. Don't they get you like that all the time with these websites? They get me like that all the time. I get caught in that marketing scheme all the time. Oh, you purchased this, you might like this one too. So make sure you're having that actually activated your website because you're going to increase sales. But people are going to sit here and say, okay, I came here for the smoke yellow peach, but then, oh, you might like the blueberry lemon baseball oh, they got a blackberry Merlot. Oh, I want to try that jam. Yeah, and you're gonna buy something else. So say you make chains, right? You make homemade necklaces and stuff like that. Oh, somebody brought the chrome plated one. Oh, this is dope. You might also like this in black. You might also like this. And they're like, oh, let me get two. And then you put a thing on there. You buy two right now, you get the second one for 30% off. Oh, I can get another one for 30% off. Let me get one for my friend. Like you got to have those types of things that come up for people. Right? So people want, and that's how you upsell individuals all the time, because you got to make sure you're adding that stuff so people can see it because it's convenient. You're putting it in their face. They didn't have to look for it. Okay. Build convenience into your website. So curbside pickup is important, right? Fast and flexible delivery, and again, versatile consultations. Put those things directly on your website that people can find them easily. Again, if they're not searching for you. Okay. Think mobile first. Be sure your website looks good and performs well on mobile devices. I cannot say that enough. Make sure your website is mobile friendly. Oh, mobile friendly tests. Is your web page mobile friendly? Oh, you could go to this. Go in Google, says test mobile friendly. Put that in there, right? And they will tell you if your website is mobile friendly. Oh my goodness, they're killing me right now. You can put that in there just to find out. Test your website today. What the test can tell you if your page is usable on mobile, right? It's also going to tell you how your page appears on mobile. And it also will give you additional resources like Search Console to see additional reports. Okay. Okay. Bonus tip: is your website design responsive? Mobile-friendly websites can perform better in Google mobile searches. Okay. Use Chrome Inspector to test your website's capability with all devices. Oh, it's so dope. Chrome Inspector. You will actually be able to check to see if your website is functional. This looks really funky over here, but it's an inspection tool. It works out. You can check it. Let's see what we can find out from that. You'll find out a lot of information. A lot of it's in code, but if you start looking through, they have some more specific details in regards to reports. So one of our last components is a great website is organized. All right. Start with a plan. What is information architecture, or IA, right? It's a plan to organize information on your site in an effective and sustainable way. So right here, we have Tree Street Jam homepage, our team shop contact, right? That's what's on there. In your product page, you're going to have jam hot sauce gift cards. And then maybe in your event page, where they can find your jam. Right? So there's different things that you can put on there, but you want to make sure that you're aligning your website so it makes sense and that's functional for people who are physically visiting your site. Okay. Tips for organizing your website. List the pages of your website. Design each page a clear call to action. So you have to make sure people are clicking something that makes sense. People need to know what to do now. Okay. If you watch Instagram videos a lot, people say watch to the end and something happens at the end. You really just want people to really watch to the end, but you got to make sure that you are telling people to do it because otherwise they won't do it. Because if you tell somebody, oh, watch to the end, like, oh, what's going to happen at the end of this? Something's going to happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. You ever get stuck with those silly videos on Facebook where somebody's doing something completely stupid, where they're cutting stuff up, they're building stuff together, they're taping ducks to, I don't know, a fan, I don't know, crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense. And you sit there and you watch it because you're waiting for something to happen. It's really just to get you to watch it. That's all it really is. And people do that. So you got to make sure on your website that you're forcing people to click and move forward and stay on your website for different reasons. Okay. So information architecture helps organize your site. But how can you find ideas for new relevant content, right? Our Street Jam, they can have, where do we get the ideas for all this new information? I guarantee I know where they're going to get it from. Google Trends, boo. Yes, you go to Google Trends is a free web-based tool that shows the relative popularity of words and phrases searched on Google. Explore what the world is searching. So you enter a search term or a topic. So say for my childcare center, I will put in childcare and see what are people looking for in regards to childcare. I will put Black-owned businesses. What are people looking for in regards to Black-owned businesses? What are the trends? And that's the things I'm going to add to my website. How much more money are you going to make after this? How successful are you going to be when you start your business with all these tools through Google? Let me know. Email me, drpope@destinationtomorrow.org. Let me know how to work for you. How Google Trends help. They research keywords over time frame and region. Okay, see trends for search, images, shopping, news, and YouTube videos related to the keyword. So you can watch the different keywords, you can see what they do and what access they bring up. Okay. Bonus tip, friendly, useful 404 pages. Creating a custom 404 page that guides custom visitors back to a working web page can greatly improve the visitor's experience, right? We can't find a match, try going back to the home page. Click. Here are some helpful links. A great website is trustworthy, okay? Because we all want things that are trustworthy, right? How website security builds customer trust. Secure socket layer certificate authenticates the identity of your site and lets users know they are a secure connection. Okay. Secure payments with Google Pay encrypts info to protect financial details and other sensitive data. So yeah, putting that on there, it secures another way for people to pay, okay, onto your website. All right. How website reputation builds customer trust. Business reviews. Reviews based on real experiences establish credibility. Shows ratings. Shopper use customer ratings to validate their choices. Contact information. Helps customers feel confident they can get support. Like put a number up there. Get yourself a 1-800 number for your business and let people call it so they can have access to you. I cannot stand robocalls, or when I call and I'm trying to talk to a person, I got to go press 0 15 times, press 1, press 5, and press a star key to possibly get somebody on the phone. So be accessible to your customers. Okay, next steps and resources. What I got for you? So what's next? Be goal entry, Google Analytics, Google optimization, search friendly, Google Search Console, be convenient, right? Be organized, be trustworthy. All right, keep learning with YouTube. Check out the Grow with Google YouTube channel for expert tips. A new video drops every single Thursday on the Black Girl Everything page. Black Girl Everything, I have numerous Destination Tomorrow videos from our connection with Grow with Google. Please go in there and view them, as well as all the additional content I have on there. You can also go to the Destination Tomorrow YouTube channel to find these videos and other information about Destination Tomorrow. So please check us out. Okay, you can also do Google get cool certificates in data analytics, digital marketing, e-commerce, IT, project management, and UX design. If you need help or support actually signing up for these free websites and these free workshops, I have access to give you all this free information. Over 220 courses I can give you access to. And you can get certificates for it and ask for professional development and additional training. Okay, free online training and tools with google.com/grow for teachers and students, for local businesses, for job seekers, for developers. You can improve on your skills for free. You don't need to have to pay for everything. There's free stuff with Google that you can get trained in multiple different areas and go into a workspace with a new skill. You're looking to start a job. I love training youth with a lot of these different things. So there's different workshops that you can do. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on to my video today. If you click the QR code on your screen real quick, you can sit here and you can provide feedback with Google. Please make sure you hashtag Destination Tomorrow, Black Girl Everything, Dr. Glow. I've been here to provide you with this workshop today. I want to thank you all. Please tune in next week, Wednesday. I'll be airing another video. I'll be also adding some additional videos because I'm going to take some other older videos and just replay them again for people to get access to these free stuff. So we'll be streaming these videos a lot between my page and the Destination Tomorrow page. Follow us both on Facebook. Just go to Black Girl Everything LLC or go to Destination Tomorrow. Follow us because we'll be streaming these videos on a consistent basis. So I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I look forward to meeting with you all again later, and everybody have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.